Okay, hey everyone, how are y'all doing?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm
Hey.
good. I'm so
Good.
excited to be here. So I just want to just introduce myself. I think we're all new right now. So I'm Shreya. I'm the director of community and people ops and all that kind of fun stuff at Bit Project. And yeah, do you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm Julia, and I'm an instructor for the serverless BitCamp, and I was actually a student first in the second cohort, and now I'm an instructor, and I've gotten to see that cycle of you get to see both perspectives. You get to see, you learn the stuff, and then you get to share it with the people who are learning everything new. And serverless is really awesome because it's a super flexible way to code. You don't need to rely on servers. And in the serverless program, it's an awesome way to dive into it, and it's super fun. You get the mentorship program. You get to learn all these new skills. You learn with APIs. It's not just serverless. It's a really great experience.
That is so awesome. Thank you so much, Julia. Daniela, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Daniela. I'm on the partnership team here with Bit Project, and I work with student experience. I was actually a previous student as well for the Slack Bit Camp. And outside of Bit Project, I'm an NYU student graduating this semester, and I'm really excited to be here.
Awesome. And last but definitely not least, we have Mike. Mike, do you want to go ahead and
Sure.
tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Hi, my name is Mike. I am the producer of this Campfire show, so it's pretty cool to be a part of Bit Project, and this is my first time hanging out with everyone here. So I'm really looking forward to this episode, and yeah, a little bit about myself. I'm a UX UI designer in training, so you can check out my portfolio or social media at Mike Tran Design. So
Awesome. So I know we have a lot of really awesome stuff planned for this stream today. Daniela, do you want to go ahead and take the lead on this?
Awesome. So today we have an awesome guest, Fifi, who's going to be telling us about her work with the serverless bootcamp and the project she was able to come up with. And so I'd love to welcome Fifi to the campfire. Hi, welcome.
Hi, Fifi.
Hi, guys.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's great that it's almost the weekend and it's been nice to relax.
Very true. So for those who might not know who you are yet, can you tell us a little about yourself?
Yeah, so I have a similar background to Julia. We were actually in the same cohort for serverless, and I'm an instructor, and I also develop some of the camps that we've been doing. So this is my first time teaching Slack, but I was part of serverless this is my first time teaching serverless, and I've also taught Slack, and I was a student in serverless in the past as well.
That's awesome. And can you tell us a little bit how you got into computer programming?
Yeah, so the high school that I go to now, I also went to for middle school. They have like a magnet program that they like kind of just like weirdly attached to a high school. So I was really fortunate to get to have exposure to computer science really early, and I started my first programming class in 7th grade. And then from there, I just kind of kept on going at it until it finally clicked, and I really started enjoying it, joining some clubs, and then eventually finding my way to Bit Project.
So through Bit Project, you created a really cool app that helps you save money with Azure functions. Could you tell us how you came up with that idea and why did you build it?
Yeah, so before I had any concrete ideas, the things I really wanted to take away from the program was the ability to use serverless, not just functions, but as much Azure as I possibly could, and to also just make something that doesn't already exist in the exact form. So yeah, like I just had those two things coming up. And then I also realized like I'm a pretty lazy person when it comes to like finding stuff, but I also really like buying things. So my dad would always ask me like, oh, do you want to get something? Then I have to like check like 40 million like different websites and everything. And it always led back to Amazon, and it always led back to just finding the best deal there. So I was like, I'm going to save my time and my money, and I'm going to build an app that just lets me monitor prices and hopefully find the best deal.
I think I've said this like a million times before, and I'm gonna say it a million times again. I love this app so much. Like, especially in the last year, I've depended on like online shopping. I don't know about you guys, but like everything I do is online. So I'm like, Fifi's app literally saved my life.
It's so cool combining like Amazon and Microsoft, the two competitors kind of in the field.
I never thought of it that way, but you're totally right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so applicable with online shopping, and everything's online now. Have you used it at all?
Yeah. So I kept it on for a little bit. Like I don't use it that much now because like, I don't know. I feel like my parents just buy everything anyways. But I did definitely use it at the beginning of school when I needed to get like a calculator and some textbooks and stuff. Like I don't know why I shop on Amazon for those things, but I use that then as well.
Honestly, Amazon has everything. I don't blame you. At this point, I was like buying clothes and I ended up finding better stuff on Amazon. So it's kind of, we're falling into a place where Amazon has everything. But yeah. Julia, do you want to ask anything else?
Sure, yeah. So what was the process of building it like?
So I was like really overwhelmed, to be honest, like not like actively, but in the back of my mind, I think I was freaking out a little bit. Because like as I was taking the course, I knew a little bit of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, but I have a really heavy background in Java, specifically like 6 years of experience in that. And then like I taught myself Python over the summer. So I was kind of like, I don't know JavaScript, but I know how to program. So I'll try to figure this out. And that's really where my mentor came in. After I had my idea, I kind of had like, I knew I needed a database and I knew I needed this, but I didn't know how to do it in the easiest way possible. And my mentor always was there to just like calm me down, show me like the easiest way to do things, and just like, I don't know, just make things seem a little bit more relatable. Cause like, obviously he's like some genius programmer from Microsoft and I'm like a high school student. So he was definitely really like understanding with my problems and everything. And he never made it seem like, oh, your problems are dumb or like you're not understanding how to do something. So yeah, that definitely helped.
I know like one of the questions that we get asked a lot from students are like, hey, I have no experience in coding before. Is this a program that would work for me? I know you had a little bit of experience coding before, but what do you think about that?
You know, for me, I would personally say like you need to understand the concepts. Like you don't necessarily need to know like, oh, I need to know like Python for like 7 years or something like that. But for me, even not knowing like specifically JavaScript or serverless or anything, I did come in with a pretty strong like programming background and just understanding, you know, like what a variable is, how a function works, and then being able to kind of like apply that to different things really, really helps because like that's also how serverless works. Like functions are microservices, which is basically how programming works. Like you have a function in a class in an overall application, and that's how functions like Azure functions work. You have a function that builds this, that builds like a whole application like Price Scraper in my instance. So I would recommend getting the logic and understanding just like the basics. But other than that, like as long as you're comfortable just kind of reading code, not even writing it, I think that's the point of this camp. So.
Yeah, for sure. And I know, Julia, you're actually even going to be an instructor this summer as well as Fifi. Do you guys want to add anything about like the upcoming camp and how the structure or like for students that don't have any experience, how that's going to work for them?
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's been super developed over the last few cohorts, so hopefully this one's going to be like the top so far. I bet it will be. But so it's a 9-week camp, and the first 4 weeks you learn the skills that you need to develop a project in the last few weeks, and then you get to develop a project with APIs and Azure functions. You get to work with your mentor, and at the end you have the opportunity to do a live stream with Bit Project, and that's super fun because you get like great speaking skills. You learn how to present and just like present your project and make it look the best that it can.
Yeah, and I know like at the end of the camp, all the students get a chance to like show off their project. But what was that like experience for you, Fifi?
So it was
I
super
completely
fun.
jumbled up my words. I'm so sorry. But go ahead.
No worries. I'm a pretty talkative person, and when I'm proud of something, I really want to show it. So it was really fun for me to kind of have that opportunity, especially like with the platform that Bit Project has. So I was a little bit nervous because I've never demonstrated like a programming thing in this way before. But Chloe, which was like the person who helped us out with just like learning how to present, was super fun. And I also took a lot of skills away like from that. As Julia said, like I use GIFs in everything now, most importantly. And I really know how to like carry myself and talk about something technically, while also being able to like simplify it for people who haven't like spent the like 20 hours that I have working on it.
Definitely. I don't know if you have a demo of the project. Do you have something like that that you could present to us
I
right
might
now?
have the slides that I used from the
Yeah,
presentation if I can find those.
for sure. We'll just keep talking in the background while you're pulling those up.
Okay.
But while we're at it, Daniela and Julia, what are you guys looking forward to most for this summer for the camp?
I think it's going to be a really awesome experience. I'm going at it from the student experience side, so it should be really interesting to kind of see how we can improve student experience and really make it the best possible experience for the students that are choosing to spend the 8-9 weeks with us.
I completely agree. I think this is the first time we're having like a full team dedicated to student experience and really just making sure they're, like you said, they're having a good time. So that's going to be really exciting. And I know you guys are like developing your plan on how you're going to like integrate events and socials and like getting feedback and everything. And it's going to be so cool. What about you, Julia?
I'm really excited to see how the curriculum plays out because we've been developing that and just taking student feedback for the last few cohorts. And I'm excited to see what people think of it. It's going to be really, really fun.
I completely agree. Phoebe, do you have your slides ready now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let me just send. Okay, here it is. Gosh, I have not looked at this in a while, but it's great. So this is like the web form and like basically just how you would input it. So you have basic information like the product URL, how much you want off, and then how long you want to be notified. Because like, I don't know, I would get sick after a minute of having all those notifications. And then after that, you would get, oh, sorry. So then after that, you would get like, you'd get a text message from the app after your information is saved in a database. So I had like another function that would basically check like every day if there were any fluctuations in price, and then it would have like a link to the product and like what the current price is, and then you could just like go on there and click and just find information.
That is so cool. So I know, Daniela, did you have something that you wanted to ask or say now?
Can you tell us about how, like, what the process of building it was, or what maybe led you, again, like, to that idea, and how was mentoring actually? Were you able to use mentoring in order to either improve your product or really work with kind of addressing new challenges or new topics that you weren't familiar with?
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, I was definitely like a bit overwhelmed. I don't know, I thought my project was like not ambitious, but then I realized, wait a minute, it actually is, because debugging is always a thing. And it's been fun, but my mentor really helped me with like he really helped me with just finding the best way to do something. Like I don't know why, but I didn't approach it from like the perspective of having a minimum viable product. I was like, I want the best result immediately. And I just like worked on it day and night for 3 days. And I don't know if I would recommend that, but it worked out well for me. So he definitely helped with like just letting me like narrow in on my vision and then just chop, get through it and like finish as fast as possible, which was like finishing fast was not the goal, but like I was able to do it just because I had such clarity on what I wanted to get accomplished.
And I love your user interface, that picture in your slides. How did you develop that?
So like the picture of like the product.
Yeah, like your interface, like where the user enters in their info and stuff.
Oh, so I was like new to HTML and I was like trying to get fancy and everything. So I like learned how to make a really basic web form. And then I Googled how to make like pretty backgrounds that were simple and like beginner friendly. So I just searched up this thing called linear gradient, which is where it has like one color on one side and then another color, and then it just like blends to like make a really pretty color. So then I just used blue and purple for that, and it looked pretty fancy considering my like experience. So yeah, that's how I did it.
Awesome. So I think the last thing that we have is like our final kind of like fun segment of this talk show, which is going to be the game. So I'll just introduce that, talk a little bit about the rules, and then we'll take it away. So the game is basically like Pictionary, but there's no pictures. So you're going to get a word, Fifi, and your job is to describe that word. And you have, I think we decided it was going to be like 10 seconds to describe the word, or 5 seconds. Let's do 10 seconds just to be safe the first time around. And then Daniela and Julia have to try to guess the word. So I'm going to send the word in the public comments. So Julia and Daniela, I'm going to ask you to like not go into the public comments right now. And then I'm going to throw a timer on this screen. Let me just pull that up real quick. Oh, okay.
So just to clarify, like I can use like words and like pantomiming, or like what do I use?
Yeah, you can use words. Sorry about that. Online timer. This is slightly bootleg. I promise next time we're going to make it a little bit better than whatever we have right now. But okay, you guys see the timer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let me set this to 30 seconds. And I'm going to send the word in the chat. Sorry, I said 10 seconds. Oh, I really should prepare this earlier next time. Sorry, guys. And you ready, Fifi?
Mm-hmm. So, it's a really smart person who made Microsoft. Founder?
Okay, go ahead, guys. You have 2 seconds.
Bill Gates, I guess.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, this is a little bit awkward. I don't know how Jimmy Fallon and James Corden do it, but
yeah,
we're gonna keep doing this. Awesome. Let me see. What's the next word? It's gonna be, okay, let's try this. You ready, Fifi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Azure, what? Azure blank, something that we're teaching. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's it.
Julia, I'll give it this one to you.
Functions.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Okay, I need to come up with something harder. This is way too easy. How about this time I give the word to Julia, so Fifi, don't look at the public comments anymore, and we're gonna have Daniela and Fifi try to guess it. Julia's winning this. Oh wait, Daniela and Julia are both tied right now. Okay, what word do I want to give to Julia? Let me think. Julia, do you have any words that you're in your mind right now? No? Okay, cool. Let's do this one. And if you don't know what it is, let me know. I think this is how you spell it, and if it's not, I think you know the word. This is so not how you spell the word, but it's like, okay. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I have to start. My bad. Go ahead.
All right. The network, the first kind of internet, the thing that internet was built off of, I guess.
This one's slightly tough. I didn't know what this was, and I still don't know how to spell it.
I'm gonna take a wild guess. Like, it's probably wrong. Like, Internet of Things. No, close. No, maybe a little
close.
too obvious of an answer.
It's a good guess.
Oh gosh. I don't know.
Totally fine. I didn't know this one either. Julia, do you want to tell us what it is?
Yeah, it's the ARPANET, not the
ARPANET.
Aspiret.
I don't even know what I wrote. This is so sad. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have Michael, our producer, throw in some words as well. So feel free to throw it in the chat. We'll still have Julia trying to explain it, and then Fifi and Daniela guessing. Ooh. Oh, sorry.
Oh wait, am I the one going again?
Yeah, you're describing it again.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Coding language. Fifi, you've been doing it for 7 years. I think this is the right one. That pretty much gave it away.
Java?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Good job. Awesome. Let's switch it over. So now Daniela is the one describing. Daniela, go over to the public chat, and then Julia, go ahead and move over to the private chat. Michael, do you want to say another word now? Do you have something else in mind?
Okay.
Ooh, okay. And 3, 2, 1, go.
A snake, but also an interesting language. I'll leave it at that.
That's a pretty good description. What do you guys think?
Fifi.
Python, maybe.
Yeah.
I love how you're like, like, let me act like this was difficult. Okay, that was good. That was good. Okay, can we get one more? Okay, yeah. Should we do 10? Yeah. One more? Should we do one more?
Why not?
Okay, cool. Trying to think if I have any more words on my list. Oh, I know which one to do next. Mike, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna go and type something into the public chat. Daniel, let me know if you're ready.
Yep, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, sweet. I'll send it in, and I'm gonna start the timer.
This is a tough one. Serverless-esque. and a combination of a lot of
Oh.
different types of functions.
Girl,
Okay.
you went way
Sorry.
over time.
I'm so sorry. You hit me
kidding,
with like the one that I don't really know that well. So
That one was kind of tough. What do you guys think?
Is this like software as a service or functions as a service?
Or maybe Azure.
more specific.
Oh gosh.
I'll give you a hint. It's a different company, one that we haven't mentioned in this stream yet.
GCP?
The one that we work with.
The Lambda, or
No.
Is it a cloud computing company?
No, it's not. I don't want to give away
We've
too many
worked with
hints.
them?
Danielle, do you want to get another 10 seconds on this one?
Can I pass it over to you? I don't think I'll be able to.
Okay, sure. I'll try describing it this time. Let's reset the timer. Okay, so it's a company we've worked with. It's a thing that a lot of students use in their projects to send messages. Maybe that might help. Okay, what do you guys think?
Twilio.
Awesome. Okay, do you guys want to do a few more rounds, or should we go ahead and close this one off?
You decide.
Okay, let's go ahead and close this off because I know we only have 2 more minutes. But thank you so much, Fifi, for joining us today. It was really awesome to get a chance to talk to you about your project, about your experience, everything. And thanks for being a great sport. I know it wasn't the most organized talk show, but we're getting there. And Daniela and Julia, thank you guys for being awesome co-hosts with me. Do you want to add anything?
Just
Thank you. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
just thanks you for coming out, and this has been super fun.
Yeah, thanks again for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. And next week at the same time, Thursday, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have Emily, who's currently our director of, I don't know what her title is, but I know she's a director at Bit Project, and she's also the one who is going to be leading the summer camp this summer. I can't speak English today. But yeah, she's going to be talking about her experience, her project, what she's looking forward to in the summer. So stay tuned and join us next week. Bye, guys.